Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Oh, I'm so grateful. Oh, I want to say I'm so grateful. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit.
Oh, and that is our wonderful Center for Spiritual Living Visalia band and vocalists. We have Kevin on the piano, Edward on the bass, ukulele, Joe Lazama on the drums, and the fabulous and divine threesome of voices, Hope Garcia, Deanne Saldana, and Dawn, Hope's daughter. Fabulous. We are so blessed. What a wonderful way to start the day. Thank you for this day indeed. So, how's everybody this morning?
Great.
Awesome. That's it? That's all you got? Come on. People out there are watching. They want to know that we've got bodies in here. How are you? All right. Now we got it going on. Well, welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Visalia. I am Reverend Nan Bankston. I am the senior minister here, and it's my pleasure to welcome you here and at home. If this is your first time here, just wave your hand. We've got a little something special for you. Wonderful. Well, welcome home. We're so happy you're here. We've been waiting for you. So, today is Sunday, Palm Sunday, and we're going to be getting into that after a while. I'm ready for announcements, if you all are. Well, we've got a big thank you here for our painters who were Steve Kinshu, Karen Davis, Lisa Laidlaw Bennett, Stan Medina, Peggy Davis, and Ramiro Pena. And they did a fabulous job. They did the paint and patching and all of these things in the back hallway, and we have a new exit sign repaired, and we've got door stops, and we've just got it going on. It's like a regular place here, so big hand for them. And we've got a lot happening today after service. We've got choir practice at 11:30. And yeah, and it's for lots of people coming for the choir practice. Then we've got our fundraising committee at 12 noon. It'll be here in the center. It'll be in the back a little bit. And then we've got at 12:30 we have the Explorers group, and we'll have a little bit more about that in just a minute. So the One Hope Choir, under the direction and coordination of Ms. Hope Garcia, will be rehearsing after service on the second and fourth Sundays, except will we still be doing that on the fourth Sunday in April? We'll TBD. We'll let you know about that. But the first concert is going to be here. They're going to be singing. Our choir is going to be singing here for the installation on Friday night, April 29th. So You don't want to miss that. Just be here. Even if you're only coming to hear them sing, it's worth it, you know. The rest of the event is really quite special. But hearing everybody sing. And there's people from community, from Fresno, I think, and from the greater Tulare County area, and also from our own center. So this is truly a community, inter-community event that we're endeavoring here with the choir. We've had it planned for some time, and now it's getting there, so get ready. We'll have them, I think they'll usually be singing on the first Sunday of the month. So we have the Explorers group today at 12:30, and it's also going to be here in the center and on Zoom, and they're talking about gender bending from the book After Jesus Before Christianity. What was going on in the Jesus groups as they coped with a male-dominating society. So that's their topic for today. Also, Bev Anderson is doing a workshop starting April 21st from Shame to Resilience. And there's, I believe now that the workshop is full. So you could contact her just in case she has an opening if you'd like to do it. And I do believe it's full though. So now our book of the month this year, for this month in April, is Van Gogh's Second Gift, A Spiritual Path to Deeper Creativity. It's a collection of his letters and poetry and other things that were not really so well known about Van Gogh, and they were all put together. It's in our bookstore now at a little bit of a discount for our members. Actually, you don't have to be a member to have the discount at the bookstore. It's just discounted for anyone who would like to buy it. Fabulous book, really, truly remarkable, the things that he wrote. I really highly recommend it. We also have our Science of Mind magazines for April on sale in the bookstore, and there's other things in there that you might want to take a look at, and it will be expanding as we go through the next few months too, so stay tuned for that. If you are not getting our newsletter and email posts, you list your email on the sign-up sheet table in the back. I hear many times that people are not getting the newsletter, they're not seeing things. The newsletter comes out right now once a month, and also for special editions when we want to get information out to people. So we had a change in the service, I think, of what we were using. We went from one thing to another delivery system. And so just put your email on the sign-up sheet on the back table. Donna put a sign-up sheet there. So be sure you're on there if you want to get the email, because you don't just automatically get it because you walk in the door and we don't know how to send it to you. All righty. And there's the bookstore. So we have books for annual classes, you name it. Our annual meeting is going to be the 24th, right after service on Sunday, and it is a potluck. Yes, yes, yes. We're bringing back a potluck, finally, after all these years. So bring your favorite dish, and you can, whatever it may be, we're going to have yearly reports and financial reports and the election of board members. So we really need our members to be here for that, so that we have a quorum to do the vote for the member election. And then last here we've got the installation for me and for you. Mm-hmm. And what I want to say about the installation is that we are weaving into this installation the elements of everything that we belong to. So we're coming together and we're going to get all hitched up here finally in a kind of a ceremony, me and the congregation and all of us. It's kind of like a wedding ceremony. Not that creepy though. And you don't have to wear any tuxedos or anything like that, but there's certain things that happen. But we are also weaving in our larger community. The minister who's presiding is actually our regional service coordinator. Now, the Centers for Spiritual Living provide regional service coordinators for all the regions around the globe. A minister who's been ordained, who has experience, and who comes and who is available to support the region, the ministers and other leadership folks in any center in their region. So Reverend Susan will be here for that. She'll be presiding. Reverend Julie, representing Home Office, and who also happened to be the matchmaker for our union, so to speak. She'll be here from Colorado, and it'll be really a wonderful time because you get to see something greater than where we are in our little pod here in Visalia. You know, we live in our little pod, and we are connected to something global and huge and beautiful. So it's a wonderful time, and it's a time of celebration for all of us. I hope you'll make time to be here. You can sign up. Just the only reason we're doing sign-ups is so that we have plenty of snacks for everybody afterwards. There'll be refreshment and special food, so be here. Special food, special music, all that. So I'm going to do the inclusivity quote now. Our inclusivity team, oh my goodness, I hope I can read that up there. Interesting background, Donna. Donna Orozco does our slides, and I'm going to give it a try here. So, our inclusivity team meets every Monday, and they work to have our center be inclusive and to have greater understanding about diversity and inclusivity. I invite anybody to come into the Zoom room on Monday afternoons at 2. The connection for Zoom is on our website. It says, and so the quote this week is from Mary Lou Scott. I think it's Scott, yes? Cook, sorry. And it says, creativity is inventing, experimenting, growing, taking risks, breaking rules, making mistakes, and having fun. And yes, indeed, that's what creativity is in many ways. So now I'm going to turn this part of it over to Janice, and if you'll do our affirmation and a treatment.
Hello, everyone. And I'm ready. This one's easy to read, large print. I am an open, dazzling channel for inspiration and peace. Wow. I want all of you to say that with me, and I'll do what Scott did, which was very good. I can tell he's taught. We're going to sit on the count of 3. We will say it together. 1, 2, 3. I am an open, dazzling channel for inspiration and peace. Wow. Okay, with that to start us off, I would like you to just go within and pause for a moment and imagine yourself as that powerful, powerful channel for peace, for creativity, for love, for joy. And as I see myself as that open channel, I recognize that I am that channel because I am God's beloved. And as God's beloved, I have all of the power, the creativity, the love, the peace, the joy, the abundance that Spirit is. I am also. And what I know is true for me, I know is true for every human being on the planet. And I claim for us today, I claim that we remember who we are, that we are perfect emanations of Spirit, that we are love, that we are joy, and that we are powerful, and that we make a difference in the world. And I know that everything that happens during our service today reminds us of that, reminds us of that expansive love that each of us represents. I am so, so grateful to know about this power, to know that I can use it and that each of us can use it. And as we use it together, we create a world that works for all. I release my word to the law, knowing that it is so because it has already happened, and so it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Janice.
And I think we have music now.
Boy, do we have music. Roll 'em, folks. I just love to say that to the guys in the band. Roll 'em. I don't know why. It's just fun.
This little light of mine, I'm I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Spirit of creation in me, I'm gonna let it shine. Spirit of creation in me, oh, I'm gonna let it shine. Spirit of creation in me, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I said now this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine around the world. We're gonna let it shine. Yes, we're gonna shine around the world. We're gonna let it shine. Shine around the world. We're gonna let it shine. We'll all shine. We'll all shine. We'll all shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
Check and see if my microphone was on, if my transmitter was on. And lo and behold, it is. So here we go. Well, good morning again. Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. It's wonderful to see everybody here. Good morning, good morning. I just want to say that our air conditioning is going to be serviced this week, so by the time we get to the next warm time, we'll have air conditioning if we need it. In the meantime, we've got fans. So, our theme this month is Living Everyday Wonder, Creativity. And my talk today is Dancing with Creation Itself. Now, today is Palm Sunday in the Christian faith tradition, and it commemorates the return of Jesus to Jerusalem after he traveled to far lands and spoke to many, many different people. He took the road less traveled to bring the message of old ways falling away and a presence of love that was available to everyone. And you know, people around the world observe this tradition by using palm branches, or in places where there aren't palm branches, they use other trees in their area as a symbol of this event. However, a little Joey had a sore throat and he couldn't attend church on Palm Sunday. And his family came home and they were all carrying palm fronds. And he asked what they were and why they had them. And his dad said, well, the palm fronds were given to everyone so they could put them on the ground in front of Jesus as he passed by. And little Joey sat right up in his bed and he said, darn it, the one day I stay home and he shows up. Now, all kidding aside, this is a holy day for many people around the world. And Friday, April 15th at dusk, marks the beginning of the Jewish faith tradition, Passover. It concludes on Saturday, April 23rd at nightfall. And each year it commemorates the anniversary of the Jewish liberation and exodus from Egyptian slavery. It's a combination of extensive rituals involving special meals, candle lighting, prayers, and the recounting of the story of Exodus. It is also a holy week observed by millions around the world. And in the Muslim tradition Ramadan, which began April 2nd, that's observed by fasting from food, gossip, arguing, or lying. It's a very special time for self-reflection, spiritual growth, and a time to grow in moral excellence. Ultimately, fasting is for gaining greater God consciousness, or taqwa, a state of constant awareness of Allah, which is the Muslim name for God. As a metaphysical symbolic interpretation of Palm Sunday, we could consider it a continuation of our creative journey and the growth which occurs as we expand and step out of our comfort zone. In the same way, Passover represents passing over from an old state of consciousness to enter into a new one. And considering Ramadan metaphysically, how can we fast from our false beliefs, prejudices, or fears? Spiritual and mental fasting liberates us and creates room for inspiration and love to come in. You know, regardless of whether we choose to observe or celebrate Ramadan, Palm Sunday, Good Friday, Passover, or Easter, these holy days offer us a time during which we recognize and celebrate the one infinite creative presence and power which informs all spiritual paths. All spiritual paths. The intersection of these different faith celebrations this week offers us some really powerful tools to honor our own creative journeys and to become ever more available to the infinite creative impulse of spirit within us. Now, each of us is on a spiritual journey of sorts, and that creative presence shines through all spiritual paths in unique ways. We can resist or we can dance the journey. We get to decide as individuals whether we find stumbling blocks or stepping stones along the way. We can choose tantrums or we can choose tangos. Now, I've never been a good dancer on my feet, I assure you. However, in a chair, I'm amazing. Amazing. So you see, in that regard, I really love dance, and I love the rhythm of the music, and I love the feeling of the music in my physical body and spiritual being. In order to dance in my chair, I have to be open to the rhythm of the spirit of the music. Now, I've had friends who were professional dancers, even ballroom dance prize winners, and each of them said that essentially they had to let the music teach them the steps as they learned to let the spirit of it guide them across the dance floor. But to be sure, there was a technique and a method for each type of the dance, but it was the spirit of the music that centered them in the creation of the dance with their partner. Excuse me. It's the same way for us if we intend to dance with creation itself. It takes willingness to be receptive to the impulse of Spirit's creativity. It takes faith to step forward in possibility, discovery, and newness. Whether creating a new way of being with people we love or creating innovations in space travel, we have a light within which seeks to shine in wonder and radiance. And we just sang about that and affirmed it while we were singing. A zesty little tune, I might add. Fine job, folks. It takes courage and curiosity to explore our dreams and our uniqueness. We cultivate courage by deepening our understanding of who and what we are as spiritual beings. We come together to embrace our curiosity by connecting with others who are also walking a journey of discovery and potential. We have that same infinite light of wisdom that liberated the ancient Israelites from Egypt. We have the same light of Muslims. We have the same light of Buddhists, Taoists, Celts, indigenous people, Baha'is, Wiccans, and yes, atheists. How we choose to shine our light is ours to do. Every moment of every day, we have a new metaphorical whiteboard of opportunity on which to express our newness of being. I love the metaphor of the opening day of baseball that Mary Schmiff, who's a sports writer for the Chicago Tribune, wrote. Now, I grew up outside Chicago, and baseball was big there. We had the White Sox, and we had the Cubs. And when opening day arrived, it was huge because it signaled that spring was there and summer was not too far behind. And since we are now in the rawhide baseball season, it seems even more pertinent to bring this today. She writes, "Opening day. All you have to do is say the words and you feel the shutters thrown wide and the light pouring in. In baseball, no other day is so pure with possibility. No scores, no errors, no losses yet," right? I would suggest that every day, every hour, every moment of our life is pure with the possibility when we choose to shine our light. No scores, no errors, no losses. When we dance with creation itself, all things are possible. We are limited only in our thoughts and beliefs and actions that are mired in the old that no longer serve us, especially when we say, this is my favorite, well, we've always done it that way. One of our spiritual principles, besides always being at choice, is that spirit, that light within us, is forever shining, and it's never, ever bound by precedent. Since that is the true nature of our being, we're never bound by our old ways or our old choices. We're always able to have a new choice, a new experience. The past does not guide us or predict what we must do, unless we choose that. Excuse me. I want to share with you a thought from Dr. Christian Sorensen, who's the senior minister at the Seaside Center for Spiritual Living in Encinitas, California. He's an amazing man. I very much enjoy him. And he writes, and I just invite you to just sit and take this in, okay? He writes, "Imagine if this morning's headline stories read, 'Flash. It's been decades since there was such a thing called war. Peace has prevailed. Borders are irrelevant, and everyone loves each other. Caring has become a dominant human trait, and money is no longer necessary because all resources are being freely shared. A pandemic of perfect health has broken out all over the planet. Education is now free, and all the children are becoming great at doing what they love and what they came to this world to do. The planet has healed itself, and Eden has returned. The sky is clear, bright blue. All water sparkles with freshness, and you can drink from the streams or the tap, thinking this is delicious. The oceans are fully restored, vibrant with life, while the recently extinct animals have returned to roam the earth once again. People today are living abundantly in balance with the planet.'" Just saying, all things are possible. So my question is, what was your immediate reaction to all of this? Did you have the thought, well, that's really nice, but I don't see how that can happen? Or that's really nice, but I doubt that I'll see it in my lifetime? You know, those immediate thoughts that we have, those immediate reactive thoughts, are the ones that we have formed and habitually think before we even take a moment to consider the words of possibility we hear. In our thoughts, we've already limited our dance with creation by saying, nope, I can only do the two-step. I don't think it's possible to dance in any other way. I certainly am not going to trust my dance partner to catch me if I take a dip in my steps. I can't trust my dance partner to be there if I make a mistake in my steps. I can't trust my dance partner to laugh when we have both stepped on each other's toes so many times while we've practiced our dance of creation. Now, for those of us who chair dance, and many others I'm sure, who dance with just the feeling of the rhythm of the music, allowing it to flow through us in great joy, who trust our dance partner, the spirit within us, to always encourage us. These words are not just some imaginary dreams or magical thinking. There are so many ways to dance with creation itself, and ours is to open to the possibilities of having the kind of relationship with our dance partner, creation itself, spirit within, that we absolutely trust it. That only comes from engaging in creating the relationship with that loving essence within us that is always there. And we do that through meditation and prayer, contemplation, being in nature, listening to music, and many other spiritual practices and methods. When we take the time to establish that intimate relationship with that presence, we build that bond of knowing that we are never alone, that we are always supported, that we are loved, and that we are always loved just the way that we are. As we learn to dance with creation itself, even if we have to start the way I did with my dad, letting me put my feet on top of his and then he'd do the dance steps, we begin to rely on and have confidence that the universal consciousness, spirit, the thing itself, God, Buddha, Allah, Jesus, whatever we choose to call it, is always with us and within us. That inner dance of creation expresses through us all the time. Enjoy it and let your light shine, just as we sang. Stand in your power, stand in your peace as a child of the universe. Don't fear the judgment of others. They can't hear the music inside you that wants to be danced. As Friedrich Nietzsche said, those who were seen dancing were thought to be quite insane by those who could not hear the music, right? Allow yourself to hear and live and dance to the music of your soul. Your soul is your spiritual compass, always directing you home to the infinite love of the One. When we are in alignment of body, mind, and spirit, we stand in the light. We live the music. We love the dance of creation. And we live our innate spiritual power of creativity through love. Gary Zukav writes in Recovering the Soul, "You are only as powerful as that for which you stand." Do you stand for the beauty and compassion of each soul? Do you stand for the power of love and clarity of wisdom? Do you stand for forgiveness and humility? These are the stands of one who has aligned with the soul. And I have something special I want to share with you now. In the late 1980s, Lucille Einstein, Albert Einstein's daughter, donated 1,400 letters written by Einstein over the course of his life to the Hebrew University with orders not to publish their contents until two decades after his death. Now, this is a passage from one letter that shows us how one of the great minds of our time recognized the choice to let love be our ultimate creative dance. He writes, "Dear Lucille, when I proposed the theory of relativity, very few understood me. And what I will reveal now to transmit to mankind will also collide with the misunderstanding and prejudice in the world. There is an extremely powerful force that so far science has not found a formal explanation to. It is a force that includes and governs all others and is even behind the phenomenon operating in the universe and has not yet been identified by us. This universal force is love. When scientists looked for a unified theory of the universe, they forgot the most powerful unseen force. Love is light that enlightens those who give and receive it. Love is gravity because it makes some people feel attracted to others. Love is power because it multiplies the best we have and allows humanity not to be extinguished in their blind selfishness. Love unfolds and reveals. For love we live, for love we die. Love is God, and God is love. This force explains everything and gives meaning to life. This is the variable that we have ignored for far too long. Maybe because we are afraid of love, because it is the only energy in the universe that humankind has not learned to drive at will. To give visibility to love, I made a simple substitution in my most famous equation. If instead of E equals mc squared, we accept that the energy to heal the world can be obtained through love multiplied by the speed of light squared, we arrive at the conclusion that love is the most powerful force there is because it has no limits. If we want our species to survive, if we are to find the meaning in life, if we want to save the world and every sentient being that inhabits it, love is the one and only answer. He goes on, perhaps we are not yet ready to make a bomb of love, a device powerful enough to entirely destroy the hate, selfishness, and greed that devastate the planet. However, each individual carries within them a small but powerful generator of love whose energy is waiting to be released. When we learn to give and receive this universal energy, my dear daughter, we will have affirmed that love conquers all, is able to transcend everything and anything, because love is the quintessence of life. Signed, your father, Albert Einstein. This week, I invite each of us to let that little light of ours be Einstein's generation of love that is within us, the generator, to shine, to dance the love of creation through each of us that's just waiting to be expressed in our own unique way. You are each a child of the universe. Shine bright. And so it is. Thank you. And today I'm going to have Albert Einstein's letters serve as the prayer, because I think it said everything that I would like to have be heard now. So right now we have a wonderful piece of music from our band. I think you'll find it particularly delightful.
Child of this universe, the ocean dances at my feet. The wind plays a melody through my hair. I am loved at every turn. I am kissed by Mother Child of this universe. The sun warms me in its embrace. The stars have aligned for me in the sky. I am honored by all life. I am held by Father Time. Every blade of grass, every shaking leaf on the tree, every mountain sings of the glory of God moving through me. I am a child of this universe. through my breath, all life can breathe. I plant the seeds with my every dream. I can love at every turn. Give a kiss to Mother Earth. Yes, I am a child of this universe. I greet the God in each face. I am a channel for peace to flow. Oh, I honor all of life. Yes, I'm one with Father Time. Every blade of grass, to every shaking leaf on the tree, to every mountain top, I will sing of the glory of God moving through all, moving as me, moving as you.
Beautiful. What a beautiful song. You know, that's a Child of This Universe by Faith Rivera. If you want to find it on the internet, it's beautiful. Now it's time for our conscious giving affirmation, and I want to express gratitude for these beautiful flowers. We have our dear Maria Lopez, who has a beautiful garden, and she graces us with the flowers. So if you'd like to begin the conscious giving portion, we'll have our affirmation. You know, it's at this time that we recognize that that infinite flow of abundance that is spirit, that is universe, that is ever present everywhere throughout all creation, and right here in the lives of every person who comes to this center, every person whose the sound of my voice is touching, whether they're here or not. That abundant flow of the universe cannot be stopped, cannot be inhibited, cannot be impeded in any way, for it is the pure love of spirit that shows up in every life as prosperity. And I know that everyone is fully supported and abundantly prospered, each in their own way. And we have this conscious giving affirmation that we like to use, so let's just say it here. You've had your gift, and you just join with me saying, I love dancing to the rhythm of prosperity and joyfully share my good. So let's say it together. I love dancing to the rhythm of prosperity and joyfully share my good. Thank you. Now think about that. Here's the rhythm of prosperity right here. Dancing right before your very eyes. Yes. And so I bless this rhythm of prosperity. I know that it dances through every life, through all creation. I know that it does, as it comes here to us, blessings of the heart from each person, from each family. That it does good work right here in this center. That it does good work in our community, and that it does good work in the world. And we are so blessed, and so I bless these gifts and give great, great gratitude. And so it is. And now is our custom. And I just want to say, I got this little thing here, but it's not anything exciting. It's more allergy-driven this weekend. It got warm, you know, and everything started sprouting. So what we do now is our peace song, and it is our custom to get along with everybody. Howdy. We'll be gathering up in a circle here, and we'll do our peace song. And we do hold hands, but that's totally optional for anybody. We want everybody to feel comfortable and safe in the manner that is most comfortable to each and every one of us. everybody to understand that when we sing that song, the energetic that we create in here goes out around the entire globe, and there is peace wherever this resonance touches. So it is happening. It's happening right now. So that's part of the benediction. Hang on. This is this other quirky little thing we do at the end here to close everything up. You can repeat after me if you're in the mood. Something wonderful is happening right now. Something wonderful is happening right now. Oh, it's this thing called life. It's this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my mind. And life is in my body. Life is in my body. And it's in the body of my affairs. Oh, I think it. I think it. I feel it. I feel it. And I love it. Just the way that it is. Just the way that it is. And just the way that it is not. Just the way that it is not. Thank you, life. Thank you, life. Have a wonderful week, everyone. We'll see you again.
Still light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Spirit of the creation in me, I'm gonna let it shine. Spirit of creation in me, I'm gonna let it shine. Spirit of creation in me, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine around the world. We're gonna let it shine. Let it shine around the world. We're gonna let it shine. Let it shine around the world. We're gonna let it shine. Let it shine, we'll all shine, we'll all shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.